Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. This is going to be a very different video. You know when you see my face that the video is going to be a little different. Artsy Ashley did a video called 10 Crafty Questions, and she tagged me to answer those same 10 questions. And I'll tag people at the end of this video too to answer the questions. So let's get started. There might be barking. We might have to pause and come back. You know how it can be at my house. If you've watched my channel, you know it gets a little crazy here. 2 dogs and 2 cats who don't always get along. That's the big dog drinking water in the background so that you have plenty of background noise. That's enough, buddy. Good. So the first question is, what's my name? My name is Sarah. I'm not going to tell you my last name because in a world of identity theft and crazy people, I don't think you need it. If you're somebody that's met me or hung out with me, you're going to get it anyway. I definitely wouldn't tell people my maiden name either. I think that's not a great idea. I know a lot of you share, the crafters, you share your kids' birth dates and their full names and that kind of thing. I'm a finance nerd, and I'll tell you, identity theft scares the heck out of me. So please be careful about what you share, okay? I'll get off my soapbox. So the next question is, how did I come up with my name for my YouTube channel? And my YouTube channel name, as you know, is Crafting and Relaxing. I came up with it because in 2018, I was thinking about what I needed more of in my life and what I wanted to focus on a little bit more. And then when I decided it was actually going to be a channel name, you know, it was sort of those words for the year, that kind of thing. When I decided it was actually going to be a channel name, I didn't want it to be papercraft specific. I didn't want it to be gardening specific. At my house, you never know what I'm going to do. When I get up in the morning, you never know. I told my husband I was going to do a staycation and sit at home and relax, and he just laughed because he knew that there would be projects. So that's how I came up with it, Crafting and Relaxing, and I think it reminds me that you can take 10 or 15 minutes a day, work on a project, and it can change your entire day. So maybe you were in a bad mood, maybe work wasn't how you envisioned it would go, but you can really change your day, and it can be 5 minutes of art journaling in the morning before you go to work, or it can be late at night, whatever works for you. So that's where it came from, Crafting and Relaxing. The third question is, what is my favorite craft? Okay, if you've watched my channel, you know this is an impossible question for me. On my channel, you're going to see me make a lot of cards, do 8x8 album pages, 12x12 scrapbook pages, DIY for furniture. I have some garden walkthrough videos, shopping and hauls, and garage sale and estate bargain kind of things. Art journaling. I used to cross stitch. I don't have one favorite craft, but I would say what I'm doing much more of lately is making cards. And I also like to, when I see a video about making certain types of embellishments or mini albums, oh, I love mini albums, different projects, I'll try it. I think that life is too short to do the same thing all the time, and I like to constantly be learning. So that's why I'll watch something and say, okay, I should be able to do that. Let me try it. And as crafters, we look at things and go, I can make that. So that's what it is. But I would say most of my channel is paper crafting, at least for now. I think in the future, I might want to try knitting. There are some other things that I think I'll try in the future, but for now, that's what I've settled on. My favorite place to shop for craft supplies. So that's question number 4. It has to be along the way new stores. I love the boutiques and the family owned and the mixed media art journaling. I have Runaway Art Studio near me in Oregon, and there's Whimsy's in Beaverton, Oregon, which is a scrapbook focus store, much more scrapbook papers and 12x12, and just the selection is amazing. When I go on the road, you guys have seen, that's one of the things I love to do, is visit new states and take you with me to a new store. I will Google craft supplies, art supplies, craft stores, that sort of thing, and find something along the way and make a video and tell you what I got. I usually travel with a carry-on, so I don't buy very much, but I have a great time and I get to meet a lot of new people. Some of the people I follow on Instagram, it's from going to their stores or events throughout the US. So I think that's my main thing. I don't really get that excited about a big sale at a big box store in my town. Does that make sense? I mean, someplace that I go to all the time. And quite frankly, I would rather be crafting or hanging out with my dogs than shopping any day. So that's why I love Happy Mail, and I would just rather that all the stuff showed up. In life in general, hate to shop. Crafting supplies are pretty much the only exception to that. If my clothes just magically appeared in my closet and they had a lot of blue in them, I'd be fine with it. Okay, so the next one is a super hard question. The question is, what are my top 5 favorite crafty YouTube channels? This one's brutal for me, you guys, because if I don't have one favorite craft, I could probably name my top 5 in each category. My top 5 art journaling pages, my top 5 card makers. I don't even know how I'm going to do this. I thought about it for a while, and what I tried to do was kind of narrow it down to maybe a reason specifically that I liked that channel, not just to say it's a great channel. Does that make sense? So I would say in my top 5, I like Creative Gigi, and I didn't pick real big channels. I ruled out anybody who had a giant channel because I think you probably know about them, okay? Creative Gigi, I like her because she's creative. She does all kinds of different projects. She challenges my brain, and I've been crafting for years and years and years, so to see somebody grab supplies and use them in a way that I've never seen impresses me. Or to make a 3-dimensional project that at first glance, I can't figure out how she made it, I'm impressed, right? That's amazing to me. So Creative Gigi, Daniela Hayes, she makes the most amazingly detailed, beautiful journals. I mean, they're ridiculous. I love them. Now, don't get me wrong, she's a great shopper, but I also watch her channel, so her hauls are good, but I watch her channel because her projects are just exquisite. They're beautiful, and I want to grow in that area and learn more. So she's definitely up there. Then Cat and Paws. So Gretchen has a funny channel because she does like, she's a little bit like my channel where she bounces around, but like in one channel, one night she was like tidying her house. So she does Friday night in my jammies, and she has a financial component that I love where she's getting you to save money every Friday and set it aside for the holidays. So I like that. The other thing I like about Gretchen besides the financial component, and it's Cat and Paws, is she has projects that aren't so overwhelming that I won't try them. So when I see her videos, I think, I've never done that, but I could do it. And then I'll actually try it and I'll make them. And so I really like that. I don't know why, but I feel like I've really connected with her, and she's inspired me to make things that I've never made before. I've made a lot of journals and pockets and done some different, tea dyeing. I had never tea dyed paper, and I saw Gretchen do it, and she made it look so easy and not painful, so I did it. So I think I really like Gretchen for that. And Donna. Donna made these flowers and rosettes that were just exquisite. And then she sent me some tulle to make them, and I have to tell you, mine did not turn out the same. So Donna, if you see this video, I could use another tutorial on that. I've said I'm going to go back and try it. It has something to do with putting the thread through it and pulling it. Mine did not work out the same, or my fabric was too big in the beginning. But when Donna makes projects, she shops a lot. But when she makes projects, they are really, really amazing. So I like her. I have way more on my list. But if I'm going to tag somebody, then I didn't mention them. I'm going to mention one more, and I think I might be over on my count, but I just have to. Midge's Mountain Crafts for beadwork. I don't know a lot about beading. It's on I might want to do that in the future list. But if you haven't seen one of Midge's videos where she's showing or making beadwork, you should go check that out. Midge's Mountain Crafts. And I'll link to these channels down below. And then you can take a look. I don't know if I'll link to a specific video, but I'll try and link to their landing page or something like that. So if I didn't mention your channel, it does not mean that I don't absolutely adore it. And also, I would love a way, YouTube, hello, I would love a way to group my channel subscriptions, because some days I'm in the mood for watching people oil paint, which, by the way, I'm never say never, but I don't think I'm ever going to do. My grandma oil painted. She didn't start till she was in her 50s. You can read about that on my blog. But I don't think that's something I want to do, but I love it. I love to watch how it unfolds. It reminds me of super happy days when I would watch my grandma paint. So I like to watch people oil paint. I also love to watch art journal videos. I'll watch them for hours and hours. And we all probably watch different videos when we're doing different things. Some journals or some videos you watch when you're cleaning your craft room. Some videos you watch maybe when you're not feeling good, and so you want to be sure that they don't inspire you to get up and go do something. Cruising with Crystal, I think it was her that told me that she crafts and wears wireless headphones, and I thought I should get some wireless headphones, because my dogs bark, I go in the other room to open the doors, let them out, manage the cats, get my coffee, shift the laundry. I think I miss things, so I would like to do that, or I push pause and then I forget to start the video again. So different styles of videos, but I'd like to be able to group my channels. But anyway, I love lots of channels, that's a point, and I don't want any of my friends to have their feelings hurt, because all of my crafty friends are awesome, and 5 is ridiculous. My favorite colors, if you've watched my channel at all, you know what my number one absolute, without a doubt, favorite color is. And it is blue. It is blue pretty much just like this shirt. That's my blue right there. Like baby blue, not so much, but sometimes. But blue. My second favorite is purple. I really like purple. And I don't know. I think I have a third, but blue for sure. Absolutely, without a doubt. Okay, now I need some more. Number 7 is favorite crafting tools. I think this answer would change depending on when you asked me, right? Like if we do this same set of questions 6 months from now, a year from now, it's always going to change. And it's not necessarily, remember the question's not top 10 basics or top 5 basics or anything like that. If there are things like that you want to know, don't hesitate to ask me. But right now, my favorite tool is my Sidekick. This is a tiny little die cut machine that I got at Tuesday morning, and it was $25. And I'm pretty much in love with it. You can take it anywhere. It has little plates. You can make sentiments and shapes, and it's great for card makers. Probably not the best tool for a 12 by 12 scrapbook page maker, okay? Then the second, I kind of looked around a little and I thought about it, and I thought, what have I loved for a long time? Okay, this thing I borrowed from my neighbor almost 2 years ago now, I think. I'm pretty sure I got her another one, don't worry. But it is called a Pick-Me-Up Stick by Silhouette. There are other brands of it too. So there are some things that look exactly the same in the store. I'll try and give you a close-up. Let's give you a close-up. Here you go. It's a pick-me-up stick. This end right here is a little bit sticky. It has like goop on it. So you can pick up sequins and stuff. And then this end right here pulls out. So one end is super, super pokey. And the other end has like this flat tip. So you can use this to scrape things. You can use this to poke and stab things. I use this end all the time to pick up tiny paper die cuts, to pick up sequins, to do all sorts of things with. So I think the pick-me-up stick, and I think it's about $7 or $8. You could probably get it on sale with a coupon, and there will be different brands of it. Maybe Cricut has one, maybe some other people. They market them to go with the die cut, the electronic machines, but I use it for sequins. I use it for bling. I don't even use an electronic machine regularly, and I love this thing. Okay? If you want to talk about electronic machines, that's a whole other conversation. Okay, Where do I get my love of crafting? Well, I grew up in a DIY family. We didn't have a lot of money, and we did things ourselves, and that's how we learned to do things. We painted our own house, we ripped out our own floors, we did our own yard work, we refinished furniture. My mom refinished furniture when she was in college to help pay the bills. So that's where I learned. When my husband and I bought our first house, my mom took me shopping at like, not really antique stores, but kind of junk stores, and we looked in the back, and I picked out a rocking chair that was ugly as can be and is now gorgeous, and that's how we got our furniture and did things to get situated. So I see the potential in a lot of things, and my husband sees even more potential than I do sometimes, but he doesn't see it in ugly free furniture by the side of the road. That's why he wasn't impressed with that cabinet in, I think that was 2 videos ago or something. But as far as like official crafting, I think it was my grandma who got me started. She did crochet, she did painting and cross stitching, and she gave me like a cross stitch kit that was in the cupboard at the farm and taught me to make pot holders, and she used to crochet slippers. So I would say elementary school probably is when she got me started in that stuff. And that was my official start. My mom makes amazing quilts. I have a scrapbook where I am scrapbooking pages of her quilts. Maybe you've seen those videos on my channel. And my sister is an amazing artist, so she helps me when I want to understand how to use alcohol markers or what different paint mediums will do together, that kind of thing. Everybody in my family is like that. It's not just me. I didn't come by it just by myself. The next question, number 9, is when did I start crafting? So I think that was elementary school, right? That was my grandma. The other thing that I did that was pretty funny when I was little is I built a Barbie house, just like, boards laying around, built it and then wired it because they were building a house and there was stuff there, and hooked it up to a big battery so that my Barbie house had lights. I don't know. Maybe that's not normal. And I'm thinking in today's age, we probably wouldn't let little kids do that. But if they want to, you should totally let them. And, okay, the next question, number 10. This was even harder than picking my top 5 channels. Number 10 is my favorite craft that I've made so far. And I took this as like, it's supposed to be my favorite project. I would assume that my favorite project, I probably didn't throw it away, right? So I walked around my house and I looked around, and what I found was in every room in my house, there's some sort of craft that I have made. In my craft room right now that I can see behind the camera, there's a table that I brought home from a thrift store. I think I paid less than $2 for this super sturdy coffee table, and I painted it black, and then I put like red streaks, so when you're up super close, it just kind of looks like dimension. Turned out cute. In almost every room, there's something on the walls. So this canvas behind me says, "And they lived happily ever after." Now, I made this years ago, before everybody had a silhouette and a Cricut. I probably made this, I'm trying to think. This might be 15 years old. I'm not sure now, but it's by far more than 6 years old, because I'm trying to figure out like where we lived and stuff. So it's 2 different color vinyls. So if you were making it yourself, it'd be 2 different colored vinyls. I got a big canvas and I just took acrylic paint. So it's maybe $3 worth of paint, painted it. You let the canvas dry all the way. Be sure it's dry. Don't rush it. Let it sit there for a week. Start it one weekend, finish the next weekend, and then put your vinyl on it. You can make these as gifts. You can do them with sentiments or with mermaids for little girls or unicorns, whatever. I love these. And anything like this that's cheerful and fun and so easy. And it's not a stressful project. My projects have to be relaxing, right? They can't be super detailed and miserable. So I really liked that one. But I couldn't pick a favorite. So I might add some pictures in the closing to show you some other things. I really like my jewelry hanger too, so I'll show you a picture of that. And I have some scrapbooks that I love, but I think you've seen them in other videos. but I don't just have one thing that I love. I think if you're a crafter, you probably have stuff around your house that you or your friends have made that makes you happy. And I hope that you do. I am tagging from this video. It's not people that I picked. So if I picked their channel, I already mentioned them and I'm not going to tag them. The people that I'm tagging, I got a hold of today and made sure that they were okay with this. I didn't want to tag anybody who might be busy or out of town, or maybe they just aren't feeling great and they don't want to be on the camera. So if I asked you and I'm not tagging you, it was because you didn't answer, and I appreciate you and I don't want you to feel pressured, okay? You know who you are. So I am tagging A Date with My Craft Room. That's Tasha. If you're not familiar with her channel, check her out. She's a shopper for sure, but when she shows her journals and scrapbook pages, they're knockouts every time. I'm trying to encourage her to show more projects because her projects are amazing. And then the other channel that I'm tagging is Sabrina K, Country Crafter. Sabrina is mostly paper crafts, but she's kind of like me. She has a lot of energy. She's a little bit all over the board. Check her out if you haven't. And I checked with both of them, so I expect them to carry through on this. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, be sure and let me know. And again, I hope that nobody feels left out because I didn't mention them, because there are so many of you that I love and adore, and you know I comment on your videos all the time, and I'm here to support you. So thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.